Leaving the military was the toughest choice I've ever made in my life. It had incredible ups and it had incredible downs. Stick around to the end of this video to find out exactly why I decided to get out of the military. This is the part 2 to my part 1 on why I decided to get out of the military part 1. And I want to preface this by saying I really do think the military is a fantastic place. It's a great stepping stone to having a great future. And I will be making more videos on why the military is so good. But these are the reasons I decided to get out the military finally. After year 4 of being in the military, I honestly started thinking about it and I decided to get out. And these are 5 reasons I decided to get out. So reason number 1 is the military structure. So I get it. Every company, everywhere you go, any Fortune 500 company is gonna have structure. I completely understand. But the military structure is a little bit different because you have the commissioned and the non-commissioned. And the commissioned, they are in a different category than the non-commissioned. Like for example, in a Fortune 500 company, let's say you're working at Google. Let's say you're working at Google. Everyone there, they're getting along. Everyone knows what they're doing. But there's no commission that's really separating anyone. You have degrees, you might have leadership, but there's no commission. You might have an MBA, higher education, grad school, but the commission is really does set you apart in the military. So from my experience, the commissioned officers, they really do look down on the lower enlisted, the non-commissioned, because they have that degree, but it's not just a degree, it's that commissioned rank. The officer rank, they have some sort of superiority complex, and they could be younger than you or the same age as you, but they're always gonna feel like they have something over you, and it's that commission. And other companies don't have that. The military is very unique having that commission over you. So yeah, reason number 1 is the military structure. It's just that commission and the non-commissioned side. I feel like it has a very big gap compared to other companies. Reason number 2 is ego. Ego. Ego is huge in the military. So I'll give you an example that happened to me. So there's a few examples. So obviously I've gotten promoted and you just feel some sort of ego boost. So I've been on both sides. So one side is I was getting out and I just made E6 and one of my peers, we were cool. We were always cool because we were both E5s together, but he made E6 as well. But he was just designated as my squad leader when we're both the same rank. But the reason he was my squad leader was because I was getting out the military. They needed a spot for me to be in as I was like a floater. I was a float. I was ghosting around. So while I'm getting out, I was under him. And as soon as he found out I was under him, wow, the ego started. It was really bad to the point where I'd be like, you don't talk to me like that. I am getting out the military. That's the only reason you're in charge of me. But you know what? The ego was so strong that he really did think he had something over me. But that's just not how it works. You don't have anything over me. I'm getting out in the next 45 days. You don't have anything over me. This is just a fake imaginary position. Just like the whole military's rank structure is. It's all fake. It's all imaginary. And just because someone designated you as being my squad leader right now as I'm getting out, it doesn't give you the right to boost your ego and start thinking you have something over me. So boom. Reason number 2 is huge inflated egos with something as small as being in charge of somebody. Reason number 3 is I felt like a dog. And I'm not saying I had that dog in me. I'm saying I felt like a puppy dog. Like I would joke that I'm a puppy dog, pal. Like I was a dog. So for example, I was being told when to eat, when to train, what to eat. I was being told when I could go outside, when I could go to the gym. And it was like, bro, am I a dog or am I a human? Like, I'll never forget. One day we were in the field. I was maybe like 25 years old. I was at E5 going to E6, and one of my friends tells me, he's like, I wonder when we're getting chow. And when I heard this, I wonder when we're getting chow, I really like turned around and I told him, like, we're fucking dogs. Like, that's like the most puppy thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, this is how dogs probably communicate with each other. That's what they think in their own head. I wonder when we're getting our chow mix, our chow food. That's what they think, and we're thinking like dogs. Like, this was like, It felt like my owner's coming and getting me chow when he deems necessary. He's bringing me food when he deems necessary. And I've never felt like I felt like a dog. It felt so dehumanizing, and I felt like an animal. I wonder when we're getting chow, and that really did stick with me, and it's gonna stick with me the rest of my life. I am never ever in my life going to work in a place where I have to wonder when I'm getting chow. I want to work in a place where if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. If I'm thirsty, I'm gonna drink water. There's nobody and no one that's gonna tell me when and where I can eat. I am gonna eat whenever I want to eat. And the army is like the only place I could think of that you have to wonder when someone's gonna feed you as a grown ass adult. So reason number 4 is I have never been in trouble by the law. Never. I've never been handcuffed. I've never been arrested. I've never been in trouble by the law. So why, if I've never been in trouble by the law, do I feel incarcerated? Why have I felt incarcerated the last 7 years in the military? Why have I felt like I was in trouble all the time? Like I couldn't walk right, I couldn't think right, I couldn't put my hands in my pockets. I always had I always felt like there was something there. There was someone getting at me. Like I felt like a prisoner at all times. In my barracks room, I felt like a prisoner. Someone's gonna barge in whenever they want, and they could bother me. They could annoy me. They could tell me to go around outside and do 100 burpees if they wanted to. Like, that is not freedom. That's incarceration. And it's even worse than incarceration because you're supposed to be free. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's worse than incarceration because there's probably nothing worse than that, but the fact that you're free, but anybody, anytime, anywhere could tell you to come down right now, and you're a prisoner in the open world, if that makes sense. So why, as somebody that's never been in trouble by the law, as somebody that's never been in trouble by the law, am I following these incarcerated ass rules? And why do I keep re-enlisting to follow these rules? Why am I gonna incarcerate myself being in the military? So incarceration, I know I'm saying it a lot, but I felt so incarcerated in the military, and I'm never gonna feel that again in my job at all. So the last and final reason is my house burning down. So in 2020, I had a house fire. It burned down everything I had. And I'll never forget, I went to one of the Sergeant Major's office, and I knocked. He made me knock in his door, and I stood at parade rest to him. My house just burned down. He never told me to relax. I was there standing in parade rest to him as he was talking. Oh, I'm sorry your house burned down, this, that. And what set me off the most was he gave me coupons, like 15% off coupons from the commissary. I was like, cool, I'll take these coupons. I'll buy myself like a Red Bull or something. Thank you for that. But everything in my house just burnt down, and he gave me coupons, and that did make me feel some type of way. But the worst part was I was looking around his office. It was such a small little ugly office, and I was like, this is what you've gained through 20 years in the military. This is the reward you have. You have your own office, and you think you're so hot shit because you're in this office. You're making me knock. You're saying, welcome to my office. Bro, like, you didn't really earn this. You're not an entrepreneur. You didn't invent Facebook. Like, this is your office because you stayed in the military for so long. Yeah, that was another embarrassing factor. That little office has always resonated in my head because one day I was going to do 20 years and I'll be in my own little office. And is that all I'm gonna get for doing 20 years in my own little office? No, like, I am going to make my own way, make my own path, have a big, huge office. I wanna have the biggest office there is, and I wanna earn my office. I don't wanna earn it just by doing 20 years in the military. I wanna earn it by being great. I'm over here achieving greatness, and being in the military, I never felt like I was achieving greatness. So yeah, guys, that's why I decided to get out the military. 5 reasons. These reasons are obviously different from a lot of people. I'm sure not a lot of people have had house fires. They didn't feel like a dog. These are very specific. The first 3 were kind of, I could see how a lot of people do have similar reasons. So if you're thinking about getting out, tell me why you're thinking about getting out. If any of this stuck with you, resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with more content continuously. Why the military was great for me. The military put me where I'm at now. And yeah. Also, guys, I have a Discord. Join the Discord in the description below. There, I'm going to go over military, finance, getting in the military, getting out of the military, a lot of stuff military related, college related. I am a non-traditional student. I got into an Ivy League, so If you're interested in that, join the Discord and I'll let you guys know. And just life outside the military. I'm always there to talk, and I want to build a huge community that talks about military, life outside the military, and everything. So join the Discord and comment, like, subscribe. See you later. Peace.